Just keep your eyes closed. And see the truth of the ideas I'm sharing with you. If you want to adjust the mic, please do so. Keep your eyes closed. Please see this moment. The moment you open your eyes, please see this right now. The moment you open your eyes, straight away your attention goes to all the objects, the different trees, plants, houses, anything for that matter. The moment you open your eyes, your attention is directed towards all the objects. Ask yourself, do you that time ever recognize your eyes? The eyes are totally forgotten. The eyes with which you see the objects, the eyes that report all the objects are completely forgotten. They are lost in the sight and not remembering the eyes. Same way, the moment I ask you to close your eyes, everyone is immediately lost in the thoughts of the object. But the eye of the eyes, the awareness, call it self-consciousness, is completely forgotten. As in outside, eyes are forgotten, the sights are overtaken. Not that sights are overtaken, you lose yourself in the sight. The moment you close your eyes, ask yourself, are you with yourself, the awareness, the eye of the eyes, or lost in the thoughts? To perceive the creation, to see things, you don't begin with the things, you begin with the eyes. The things may not be there, but eyes are there. To perceive the things, you begin with the objects. Begin with your eyes. To listen to the sound, you don't begin with your sound, you begin with your ears. Ears are always there. Sounds may or may not be. Eyes are always there. Sights may or may not be. Same way within. You don't thoughts. You are beginning with yourself. You have a thought. You do not begin with what you have, but you begin with who you are. The thoughts you have, consciousness you are. You begin with your eyes to see the objects. You begin with your tongue to have the taste. You begin with yourself, who you are. That is your starting point. Thoughts you have. They may or may not be there. When you see this clearly, you also appreciate who you are. Never begins, always there. You can close and open your eyes, but you can't alternately be conscious and unconscious. You can never lose sight. It's always there. The eyes are the limbs. The eye of the eye, consciousness, has no eyelid. Beginningless, endless. So as you close your eyes, ask yourself, what are you? Are you being the self, the awareness, beginningless, endless? Or unconsciously, you lose yourself in the stream of thoughts. Thoughts begin, thoughts end. See the effortlessness of being the self. To see an object, you have to go the distance where the object is. But your eyes, you don't have to travel. The eyes always with you. Objects can be anywhere from this planet to another planet or star or the galaxy. Distance in time and space. Your eyes are there. As outside, so so also we. To be conscious, we don't need to travel distance. To be the consciousness, we don't have to travel distances. Right here, there, everywhere you are. In time, now, in the past, future, you are. To see an object, you travel distance. The eyes with which you see are already with you. To be with a memory, you have to wait for its arrival. Thought must appear. You wait for a thought to appear. You don't wait to be conscious. You don't go in search of your eyes. You go in search of objects. You don't go in search of your ears. You go in search of sound. You don't go in search of your skin. You travel distances per touch. Nor do you search for your tongue. You go distances for taste. Your nose is always there. You travel distances for smells, fragrance. Same thing we need. The eye of the eye, the ear of the ear, the nose of the nose, chakshusha chakshu, the eye of the eyes. Consciousness always there. You wait for the thoughts, memories to flash. Wherever your body goes, there you are, the consciousness. Wherever the thought moves, yatra yatra mano yati, tatra tatra samadhaya. Wherever your thoughts move, you are already there, consciousness. Wherever the plane flies, the space is. Wherever the vehicle passes, there the ground is. Wherever the thought goes, consciousness, self is. There is no waiting for a time, but a place to be who you are. To be old, now you are young. To be old, you have to wait. To be ageless, there is no waiting. To space to be conscious. So who you are is instantaneous. As much you are now, that much you were in the past, so shall you be in the future. The awareness, consciousness, the timeless never changes. So also you are who you are, here in space and at any point in space. Just as your body moves in space, the space never moves. In space, the space never moves. Your body moves in bodiless awareness. Your body changes, grows in changeless awareness. Your thoughts move, change, born, fade away in awareness. Awareness never changes. Who you are, always the same. We all are one and the same. There is no male or female consciousness. There is no tiger or tree consciousness. Awareness yourself, always one and the same. Your childhood, youth, old age. The body is a child, the body is young, the body grows old. You, ageless, changeless, deathless. Thus, being yourself, the meditation is not a job, is not something that is done. That is what you are being, who you are. Your thinking is an activity. Your seeing, touching, tasting, your body moving, swimming, climbing, closing the eyes, all activities. Your being is not an activity. Who you are is not an activity. It's not an action, physical action, nor is it a perception, nor is it a thinking. It's not an action, it's not a physical activity, a sense of being. There is no acting, no doing. It's so effortless, so restful. Thank you, friends. Let's see these things clearly. Now, sir, what do you see who you are? Please understand. These verses are only your description. Please know this point very, very clearly. If you don't understand, you can ask me after the class. But please see this. Your being with yourself is beginningless, primordial, always there. You are introduced to it in time, but you are with yourself continuously, non-stop. You are the experience, you are being yourself. Just like any knowledge, think friend, just like any knowledge. As you are walking down this garden, you are experiencing everything, but not necessarily knowing it. You are experiencing everything, but not necessarily you are knowing it. Yes, thank you. Let's reduce that time. Yes. And even to a child, when you are introducing something, he is already experiencing it. Like you are taking them to a park. He is seeing everything. Then you introduce, this is the rose, this is the marigold, this is grass, this is a creeper. Just experiencing. Same thing also, when you are sitting down as you are, you like it or not, whether you know it or not, whether you accept it or not, you are who you are. Then comes the description. Somewhere what we do, we go from the description to the described. That is where in the process you may lose yourself in the description. It is like the person has heard so much about the Taj Mahal or Himalayas that he thinks that as though he has seen it. He has not seen. Familiarity with the description can be a huge deception. And that is why people feel disturbed, because it's like a lullaby. The familiar sounds, if you listen to it, you think it is very nice. If the line changes, words change, description changes, you are finished. Your thoughts change, you are finished. It's because your whole dependence is on the descriptions, sensations. Whereas in reality, at any moment, please, first you are. Whether you like it or not, you want it or not, you accept it or not, you believe it or not, point, it just doesn't matter. The faith that you have, it is useless. The conclusion you have, it is useless. Because who you are is not what you have. Can you work on that little bit something? Think. Which one you shall give importance to? Who you are or what you have? Please see this. In spite of the best, almost in the latest time in our generation, materially, what are the best things we have? The best cars, best vehicles, best aeroplanes, best food. Of course, as they say, best is always yet to come. Every generation, we are losing ourselves in the best thing that we have, but who we are is neglected. So you want to surround yourself with the things, the best things that you have. So you are seen through your best house, your best car, your best dress, your best job, your best physique, your best thoughts, your best smile. Inside, there is a fragile person. If the person doesn't know anything about himself, he is depending on things that he has. So you have to go on perfecting things that you have, and that will not work. So please see that point as we are. When you were sitting down quietly, I was telling you, it is a beautiful point. Your eyes are there to see. The sights seem to be so overwhelming, and eyes are never remembered. You don't have to carry your eyes, just take in that sense. You don't carry your eyes, you are the eyes. Take it that. You don't carry your eyes. Wherever the body goes, the eyes are. Because of which every sight is possible. But eyes are neglected, unknown, unrecognized. Sights are so exciting. Wherever your body goes, wherever your thought goes, consciousness is. But it's not exciting. You don't recognize it. I'll tell you a lovely story. The other day I was reading it, so funny. When I was reading it, I was laughing by myself in my room. It's a very funny one, okay? You don't have to laugh to say it is funny, okay? Just see it what it is. So beautiful. There was a person, he was going around, okay? He was going around, he's a beggar. And then he reached a house and he asked, "Can I have some food, please?" Then the lady of the house comes up and says, "Nothing. I have nothing here." He said, "Don't worry about it." The man says, Please, don't worry about it. I have a soup stone, okay? You understand? S-O-U-P. Can you hear it clearly? There is no cha-cha-cha, no echo, nothing, no? You can hear? Right. So there is he says, I have a soup stone, S-O-U-P, a stone which will create soup. Mother, can you get me just one big pot of water? That you can't say, no, I don't have a pot, I don't have water, you can't say that. Oh yes, okay, that's no problem. Then the lady of the house, while bringing the pot and the water, has already spread the whispering campaign, the gossip. Here is a man, one seems like a mendicant, has got a surprising miracle stone which will produce soup. So as the big pot was brought in and the fire was lit and the water was poured, so the man, then the first visitor has come. What's going on? The second one, third one, slowly all the ladies and few men of that working time, they come join. What's going on? Oh, we are going to make some soup. Then in Lord of Flourish, he brings out a huge, nice stone, white stone. from his begging bowl. Just, you have to impress, right? Just do like that and leaves it on the pot and boiling. Then everybody is looking at it. Then he tastes it. After 5-10 minutes, he tastes it and he says, yeah, it's fantastic, but it needs just few potatoes. Then immediately one lady goes out, oh, I have potatoes, I'll bring. So she goes and brings the potatoes. Cut, push it that, and he says again after 5 minutes, taste it. It needs a little bit of meat. Then another lady says, oh yeah, I have meat. So she goes, she brings the meat. Cut, put it. Again another 5 minutes, oh, it's very good. It lacks some vegetables. Oh, I have vegetables. Another lady goes to the house, brings in the vegetable and put it up. Ah, it's fantastic. It needs little salt. Immediately the lady of the house herself, she goes there and brings the salt and puts down, brings it up. Then with a flourish she says, bring the pot, bring the bowls. So, oh yes, we have the bowls. So everybody goes to bring the bowl. He takes the ladle, gives it to everybody, and everybody drinks it, and so fantastic soup stone. This is the stone soup, everybody ate. Everybody forgot the materials that they have put. We have the stone with us. Consciousness, yourself. Bring in little ingredients, life will be fantastic. Even the ingredient is not there, doesn't matter. Nobody can give you, listen carefully, nobody can give you happiness unless the person helps you to discover the happiness that you are. Why is it people are disappointed? Think, why is it people are disappointed? Because they promise you happiness, they give you things. I'll make you happy, give you a watch. So watch is happiness. Mullah knew it. Mullah one day was walking around. There was a big festival those days, and in a big festival, big fair, country fair. And there was also a big arrangement for a company fashion designer who was, sort of, for the, these ladies, they walk on the ramp, models, okay, on catwalk, the models, they are modeling some nice lady are there. So Mullah went there, he wanted to see something, what's going on, what type of dresses, he saw that, beautiful, everything. He saw the lady, he saw the dress, saw everything, and come back. And then one village fellow asked him, so Mullah, you had been to the fashion parade? What did you see? He said, this is a deception. The fellows are crooks. Why do you say the fellows are crooks? They show beautiful ladies, they sell only dress. They promise you happiness, give you things. Please think it over. I'll make you very happy, gold. The fool also feels happy. You understand? I'll make you very happy, give you a car. I'll make you very happy, give you some food. I'll make you very happy, give you a hug. Really? So hug everybody, the whole world should be happy, right? Think. I'll make you very happy. I'll initiate you to a particular mantra. Really? Next day, you make me a slave of that mantra. I'll make you very happy. I'll give you a practice. You shall become a slave of your practice. I'll make you very happy. Give an idea. I'll make you the slave of an idea. You cannot give. Are you getting that point, please? You must see it. Not only you are disappointed, you are disappointing everybody. You understand, it's a mutual disappointment society. It's a mutual disappointment society. Depends who is disappointed first and walks out. That is why in a relationship showers, what happens? One who goes away is the victor. One who left behind is the victim. The same person who goes away, sometimes somebody has already moved away from him. Now he is moving away. When he moves away, he feels victor. If somebody other person moves away, he is a victim. Are you not getting your own medicine? Do you understand what I am talking? To make somebody happy, you have to introduce to the person to the happiness that is his being, where he is stored. The magic. Because that ingredient there, everything becomes beautiful. I am happy, therefore happily thinking, happily perceiving, happily seeing, happy not to see, happy not to think, happy to move around, happy not to move around, happy to be alive, happy to die, happy to smile, happy not to smile, happy to be healthy, happy to be diseased, happy to be young, happy to be old. Happiness mantra. You understand? That's your being, who you are. Nobody can give. So there is not interminable waiting. Every time progressing towards happiness, progressing towards happiness. You can progress to an object, not progress to the space. You can progress, you can move towards the object of happiness, but you cannot move towards happiness because you are happiness. Are you getting that point, please? In your sense of being, who you are. That is why one who sees this, read the verses, we shall see. These verses are, as I am telling you, absolute fantastic descriptions out of the universe. We saw it yesterday. Now look at the, read this please. Verse number 83, please read. From that we shall see. Dhiro na dveshti sansaram atmanam na didrukshati harsha vinirmukta namruto na cha jivati Nishneha putra darado Nishkamo vishayesu che Nischinta swasarirepi Nirasa shrovate buddha Pushti sarvatra dhirasya Yatha patitavartinaha Swachandam charato deshan Yatrastamidashayinaha Tushti sarvatra dhirasya Yatha patitavartinaha Swachandam charato deshan Yatrastamidashayinaha. It's amazing verses. Such a person who is thus aware of himself, being, as I told you from the very beginning, this is a book, the ultimate book, the ASHTAVAKRA GITA, where there is nothing to be revealed, but it's only a continuous revelry. For revelation, you go to smaller books, ordinary first books, Tatovad and others. This is a continuous revelry. Being with yourself who you are, when you know that to be who you are, there is no waiting in time and space. No conditions to be fulfilled. These are all amazing freedom that a person can't even conceive. What people think freedom is, political freedom, social freedom, individual freedom, that financial freedom, that's not freedom. It's like a person, young man telling, I don't depend on anybody, I have my own bank balance. Strange. So are you dependent on your own bank balance or no? Think. So you depend on your bank balance, one cyber crime, $1 million gone. You're out. Before you know. I don't depend on anything. I have my mantra at my disposal. The mantra will be forgotten. Somebody can challenge it. Anything that you have is not dependable. It's not a state of frustration. It is a state of, understand, it's not a statement of frustration. It is a statement of utter practicality. Anything that you have, you cannot depend upon. Not dependable. You have a body. How much can you depend on the body? Then what do you say? Oh, the body deceives. Body deceives or you are stupid? The body never promised me that it shall be there for all time to come. But I hope my body shall be there all times to come. You are cheating yourself. The body is not. Are you getting that? The creation doesn't cheat you. Can't depend even on your thoughts. Some people, close their eyes and there is a sound of a beatific smile, Why? Familiar thoughts are going. Suppose he thinks thinking of Om is nice. Suppose the mind is telling Om. Very peaceful. Suppose instead of Om is a home, finished. Oh man, today the mind is restless. Yes, the mind can, it has to be. The mind, mana means what? The different types of thoughts will be there. It's not negation of the world. That's what he says beautifully. Dhiraha sansaram na dvashti. The one who is wise, at rest with himself, at peace with himself, sansaram na dvashti, never resists anything in this universe, never hates, never resists, never attempts to dismiss anything. Why? Their presence is not affecting my existence. The presence of a thought doesn't affect my sense of being. The presence of a condition of the body doesn't affect my sense of being. Neither their absence affects my sense of being. Are you getting that point, please? Their presence doesn't invoke me. Their absence doesn't dismiss me. Therefore, why shall I dismiss their presence and invoke their, why should I dismiss their presence or invoke their presence when they are absent? Unconditional. To be yourself, you don't need to invoke anything, you don't need to dismiss anything. Can you expect, demand anything more simple and why people feel bothered, affected? Because for them this idea has been given. Everything must be dismissed. Not this body is not, this mind is not. This is a very tough time, you have to remove your thought, you have to remove your vasanas, you have to remove your impressions. You don't remember this, don't remember. Conditions. Am I not conditioned enough in this universe that I come to again to this type of classes which are supposed to reveal it and they add to my conditionings? They take me beyond every conditioning. Yours an unconditioned existence. Who you are doesn't depend upon a thought, an object, perception, sensation, emotion, anything whatsoever. Therefore, sansaram na dvashti. There is no hatred towards this sense-object universe. What a relief, huh? Nor there is any attraction toward the sense-object universe. He doesn't hate it. Oh, he depends on it. No. Do you like this flower? Yes. But I am going to take it away. Take. You like this flower? What is your mind? I am going to give it to you. Give it if you feel like. I am going to take it out. Take it out. Now what do you do to such a guy? What do you do? If everybody is like that, you shall have the best relationship in the universe. I am my happiness, you are your happiness. Why are we together? Fun of it. If it is there, excellent. Not there, also excellent. So you don't become somebody's burden, you don't make somebody else your burden, both. You are no burden to nobody, nor you make others a burden for you, because you don't have dependence. And I don't expect anything to change. Body should remain always young, nonsense. It should quickly grow old, nonsense. It will take its time. I should be only rich. Why not? Why not? Why should I be rich? Riches can also go. There is no conditions. Changes will be there, but I don't depend on the changes. Why? I am changeless. There was a man in the village, and those days, you were drawing water from the village, there will be a pulley, the pulley dropped. Sometimes there will be no oil, that noise will, it will make a lot of noise, that pulley, when you are pulling it, right? So one fellow was going on his horse, I call it donkey if you will like, he was going on his horse. As they were going down, the horse was thirsty. So the traveler dropped there and said, asked the farmer, can I have some water for my horse? He said, yes, sir. Then he started, the moment he started making the noise, the horse bolted. Because the horse is not used to the sound. The horse bolted. Then this man said, sir, I want water, but can you stop this noise? He said, no, I cannot. If you want water, it comes with the noise. You want to be alive, be happy in this universe? Yes, it comes with the noise. It comes with the changes. Body shall change. Religious expectations, spiritual, miraculous expectations are, have you not heard people telling, I had seen him, he looks the same way when he was 80, 90. Oh, I see. So you mean to say physical youth is the ultimate wisdom? Huh? You have to have the same amount of money, same amount of things, same thing everywhere? No. Food, the water there comes with the noise. Relationships comes with little breakups also. Life comes with mortality also. Youth comes with the touch of old age also, the possibility of old age also. Understand? It's so fantastic. But that doesn't affect who you are. Being with yourself is so satisfying that thereafter every condition of the body, mind, the world is absolutely fantastic. Not therefore, samsaram dveshti does not hate anything. Ask yourself, listen carefully, now ask yourself, is there anything consciously or unconsciously you want to get rid of so that you can be happy? If you have even one such thing, you shall go through a lot of struggle inside. Ask yourself, is there anything in the presence of which you will be happy? Again it will be a trouble. Why? Because that thing you have to bring, limited in time and space. An object you can purchase, a human being you can never purchase. That is why you can be Ravana. So Swarna Lanka, the golden Lanka, one Sita was lacking, destroyed him. The Helen of Troy, the face that launched 1,000 ships. You are the king, but you lack a little love. A kingdom can be sacrificed. One thing. So ask yourself, Don't say, no, I am not a king. You are a miniature king, you like it or not. In your little universe, if there is a little lack, you will be disappointed. In your miniature universe, if there is one thing which is missing, that will be like a gaping hole. Look at you. When you sit down, ask yourself, is there anything I should have to be happy? No such thing. Anybody with whom I shall be happy? No such person. Anybody without whom I shall be happy? There is no such person. Without something I shall be happy? There is no such person. Meaning, presence, absence, both beautiful. You have no resistance to anything, nor you crave. Yet, live with everything. How beautiful. How fantastic it is. Dhira, such a person, wise person, sansaram na dveshti, atmanam na didrukshati. No, listen carefully. There can be somebody who is not craving for the world or resisting the world, but still disappointment inside. I have no fight with the world. Many people can be growing up in life, maturity. I have no fight with the world. I know their presence or absence makes no difference, but there is emptiness inside. Wise man, Atmanam Nadidrukshati, he has no more even interest to see himself because he already knows himself. There are many people with the age will have no craving for the outside world, but still something is missing. There is no something missing ever in his life because he is complete with himself, being who he is. Such a person, harsha marsha vinirmukta namruto nacha jivati. In the language it is harsha amarsha vinirmukta, free from elation and depression. Free from renunciation, indulgence. There is no such thing which he cannot give up, cannot renounce, cannot live without. There is no such thing with which he cannot be. Everything is beautiful. Therefore, there is no elation and depression. Elation comes, you know what? When I want something desperately, I get it. Elation. The person thinks that time he is happy. No, for ordinary person, when you want to get something, when you are desperately craving for something, you get it, you think you are happy. Not, you are not happy. Your search is suspended for some time. In that moment, you recognize yourself that you are the happiness. It is not in the object, not in the thought. You have made it. Depression will come, just the opposite. You craving for something. You got it, wow. Did not get it, it will haunt you. Whereas when you are with yourself, everything is there, excellent. Nothing is there, excellent. So crowd is as beautiful as even isolation. Outside, here also. So many thoughts, beautiful. No thoughts, excellent. No conditions apply. You see how nice it is. That is why there is no struggle to remove, renounce, reject, dismiss anything. Because that is an effort. Understand? Rejecting also is an effort. As in accepting also is an effort. Indulgence is as much an effort as in renunciation. I don't want it, miserable. I want it, miserable. Listen carefully. I want it for my happiness, miserable. I don't want it so that I don't want it so that I can be happy, again you will be miserable. But suppose your happiness yourself, who you are is happy, now you say, happily, I don't want it. happily, I want it. Both way you are fine. That is why it depends on you, not on the creation. It comes from within. Or else you can deceive people. Where the religious injunctions are what? Not wanting is religious. So people will pretend not to want, but the fellow is inside going crazy. Or wanting is something, having something is being prosperous. So you want to have something, inside feeling poverty. You have it. Everything the people say you have it. You have a house, you have a swimming pool, you have a car, you go around the world, you have everything. Inside empty. Or you are proud, I am a renunciate. See, people are living in so many things. I don't depend on anything, I am in a cave. So if somebody doesn't recognize your renunciation, you shall be destroyed. Why? Please, anyway. Such a person, na mruta, na cha jivati, neither he lives nor he dies. Being alive with the body is not alive. The body is dying, is not dead. This continues. That is what you see it for yourself. Such a person, nisneha putradharado nishkamo vishayi sucha. So living in this world, nisneha putradharado, please listen. Putradharado nisneha. He is living with the humanity, with the people, with family, son, daughter, husband, wife, child, friends, everywhere. He is surrounded by everybody. Nisneha. There is no dependence on anything or anybody. Okay, let me finish the line. Nishkama Vishayeshucha. Surrounded by the sense subject, but there is no desire for being or not being with it. It is there, beautiful. Not there, that also is nice. This is very dangerous statement, because a person can say, Nishneyam, no more dependent on the family, husband, wife things, so the fellow is very selfish. Person can be like that, no? What happens to my son? I don't care. What happens to my daughter? I don't care. What happens to my husband? I don't bother. What happens to my wife? Forget it. What happens to anybody, friends? I don't worry about anybody. If you consider that as the sign of wisdom, it's a disaster. That is why next line he says, you can't believe that line. Nischinta swasarirepi. Not only he doesn't depend on any body, but also his own body. Swasarirepi nischinta. Because it is so easy to say, husband is useless, wife is useless, son is there, family is all useless, I don't want anything. But when it comes to your body, oh, that must be, that is a different question altogether. You like mullah? One day a fellow comes to mullah running and he tells him, mullah, I don't know what to do. You know that suppose somebody kills a cat. What is the prayashchitta? Prayashchitta, you understand? Prayashchitta means repentance? No. Huh? Atonement. Okay, you can say atonement. So what is the prayashchitta karma? What I should do to counteract the papa? Okay. What should I do? Because somebody suppose kills a cat, what should he do to counteract the sin? The mullah thought for a while and he says, what did he kill? A cat. He has to give a golden cat to mullah, to the priest. If he has killed a cat, he has to give a golden cat to mullah. Your son has killed a cat? Then it's okay. That doesn't matter. If other people kill a cat, they have to give a golden cat. If you kill, your son kills a cat, that's okay. So other people go to hell, it doesn't matter. But my body must be protected. That is not wisdom, that is perversion. Swasarirepi nischinta. Even your own physical body, You are no more afraid of your physical body or depend on your physical body. Please see that, okay? That is why you sit down, observe, observe, observe. It all happens in your thought level. Please ask yourself a question. Can you feel pulled by an object without a thought pushing you from inside? Take that statement. Can you feel pulled by an object, gold, diamond, car, a man or woman, living, non-living thing? Can you feel pulled by that object outside without being pushed from inside? Your thoughts must push you. That is why advertisers, before they show you the object, they are already pushing the thought into your head. They show the picture, they push the thought into your head. The moment they push the thought into your head, when your thoughts push you, it looks like the objects pull you. Suppose your thoughts don't push you, why do you feel disappointed? Because your thoughts are still pushing, the object is not there. When is a person who is free from disappointment, the object can pull anything, do anything like, but you don't have a value for the object. Can anybody threaten you? Think. I don't want to talk to you. That's so nice. What do you do? I want to talk to you. Understand? Please see, sir, until, that is why there is no devil outside. Temptations, devils and satans and rascals and rogues, nobody outside. It's all from within. Until your thoughts push or you feel pushed by the thought. If you are, listen carefully, it becomes so subtle. If you are feeling pushed by your thought, if you are feeling disturbed by your thought, tell me, who is stupid, the thought or you? The thought is not a living person. It's not an entity with a plan or a design. It's like telling a child, telling the balloon is calling him. If a child says, this balloon is calling me, what will he say? What will he say? Don't be stupid. Then how come the gold is calling you? How come the platinum is calling you? The car is calling you? Drinks calling you? Drugs calling you? Even a person calling you? No. The gold doesn't invite. A man or woman can invite, but acceptance or rejection is yours. Nobody can pull you until you are pushed from inside. What is reluctance? Reluctance means what? Come, let's go for a movie. Reluctance means what? Your thought is telling, don't go. No. Who is doing that? If you are unhappy with yourself, you shall be a victim of your thought. When you are happy with yourself, your every thought is a glory, every object is a glory, living is a glory, dying also is a glory. Because you are so beautiful. It's not how long you live, understand, it's not how long your body lives, how quickly you have discovered the immortality when you are alive. You understand? It's not how long your body is alive. 70, 80, 90, 100-year-old, 200-year-old, waste of time. How quickly you discover the immortality. It is not how many things you are surrounded by, but how quickly you discover the happiness in yourself. It is not how many people you have fallen in and out with the love, but how quickly you find you are the love itself. Thereafter, living is glorious. Nischinta swasarirepi. Even your own physical body, nischinta, there is no anxiety. Your own body doesn't create an anxiety. You take care of the body. Listen carefully. You take care of the body. But don't depend upon the body. There is a difference between, friends, using a car and depending on a car. Using money, depending on money. Using food, depending on food. Using anything, using your thought and depending upon the thought. You understand the difference? When you are self-sufficient, you are with yourself, you use everything, but don't depend on anything whatsoever. What is the taste of your not dependence? What is the state of your independence or not depending on something? The presence or absence doesn't make any difference. That is why if meditation is a habit, that is not the truth. Unless you sit down 10 minutes, you get blood pressure. Unless you sing a song, or do some mala for 10 times, or do some ritual or this or that, something, you feel disturbed, anxious. Please understand, being yourself is not a habit. Being yourself is the truth. Okay. So, Nischita swasarirepi nirasha shobhate buddha. This wise man, Buddha, enlightened, awakened unto himself, shobhate, shines in his own glory. Shining in his own glory. No problem. Whether something is, look, there are no statements to say. Wise man means this. You cannot have that. You can't have that. Wise person means doesn't look at the sunrise. Who said that? He can look at sunrise also. Why should he look at sunrise? There is no such thing. Why in wisdom? Even ordinarily. The other day, okay, take a simple example like this. Other day, one gentleman they went to a shopping center. So he was talking to somebody, the guys, what is that shopping center? The shopping assistants. He was talking to him. And then as he was talking to him, the manager was coming from a distance and he was overhearing what they are discussing. And at the end, the shopping assistant told this Malay, sorry, it has been too long, we don't have that, and I don't think this year it is going to come. The man left, the shopper left, the manager runs to the shopping assistant, he said, you, what type of person you are? Do you understand? In this business, you never tell that this is not there. You should tell them, sir, we have ordered. It is coming. He said, but this lady asked me about the rain in this country. Whether it was raining here. So I told him, this year it has not rained and there is no hope of rain coming now. No. You understand? Then this person says, whenever the assistant, whenever the shop, anybody asks anything from the shopping assistant, he should always say, what? It is not there, but we are ordering it, and any time it will come. So shall we say, we are ordering the rain and any time it will come? Circumstances vary. There is no definite definition of wisdom. What is wisdom? Indefinable. To be wise means what? Laugh all the time? Why? Cry all the time? Why? Sometimes laugh, sometimes cry. Why? Anything. Wisdom, indefinable. It is in and through everything. That is why when Arjuna asked question to Bhagavan Krishna, Sthita prajnasya ka bhasa, samadhistasya keshava, sthita dikrim prabhaseta, kimasita prajeta kim. What is that? How do you describe a wise man? Which everybody is interested to measure himself up to that standard. If you tell me, okay, how does a wise man behave? Why are you so interested? Then you can check, you have a checklist, you can check yourself. So, the wise person means what? never drinks tea and coffee. Okay, take back. Wise person means never eats chicken. Take back. Wise person means never eats garlic. Okay, okay. Wise person means greets people with the om, om, om. Okay, tick, tick, tick. Wise person means always pure white dress. Tick mark. Wise person means with mala, chandan. Or wise person means when everybody is laughing, he is very serious. When everybody is serious, he is laughing away. You want some funny characteristic? Indefinable. Dukhe, dukhi, sukhini, sukhavan, bhogini, prapta bhoga, murkhe, murkha, yuvati, shubha, bhagmini, prodha, bhagmi. The wise person is like water in the water merges. Oil in the oil merges. Dukhe, dukhi. In the assembly of the miserable people, he is the most miserable one. So that other person feels comforted. Sukhini, sukhavan. In the happy people is the happiest. So other person feels it is no crime to be happy. Bhogini prapta bhoga, among the indulgent people, the most indulgent, so that the other person doesn't feel condemned. Murkhe murkha, in the assembly of fools, he feels like a fool, he behaves like a fool, so that the foolish fellow also feels comfortable. You understand? This is wisdom. Not where you invoke a sense of inferiority to somebody by your presence. You invoke a sense of unholiness by your presence, which people do just like that, dime a dozen, they do that all the time. When everybody is eating, suppose somebody comes and asks you, will you like to eat? No, no, today I am fasting, today is Ekadasi. Then keep your mouth shut, get into your room and imprison, just go, bolt your key and stay there. When everybody is feasting, you come and announce your holiness, I am fasting. But when you are feasting it alone. When you are fasting, the whole world should know it, right? This is sickness. This is not religiousness. A true story. In an incident, when the person was walking down, a very nice person, and one blind man comes, was going that way. And then what he did, the blind man is walking with a stick, The blind man put that stick, which had a sharp end on the foot of this person. And then he's asking, how do I go from here? Am I on the right side? All patience. This man is telling, yes, 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 sir. You go like this, you go like that. The person's friend was standing with him. He said, when blind man goes away, he takes his stick and go away. Already there is a wound in the man's foot, because it is so sharp. So the other person asked him, you should have pushed him. It's so much painful. He said, and then give a guilt to this blind man that he hurt me? This is wisdom. Average, ordinary person's sense of spirituality is what? How you can prove others are rascals and you are a saint? How others are stupid and you are so smart? How others are such condemned ones and you are such an elevated person? If in your presence of such an elevated soul, people feel condemned, you are the most condemned one. In your presence, even the condemned feels elevated, you are somebody. Why? Because ultimately, you and he, we are one and the same. Who I am is who you are. I know, you don't know. Where I was, you are. Where I am, you will be. So what's the big deal about big wisdom? It's so beautiful. So that is what? Nischinta swasarirepi nirasha shovate buddha. The wise one shines in effulgence, meaning under all circumstances there are no udeti, no astamayati, neither there is a rising or a setting of a mood. Wisdom is not a mood. Wisdom is your being, who you are. Tushti sarvatra dhirasya. Dhirasya sarvatra tushti. Tushti means santushtam. Santushtam means satisfied. Satisfied means what? There is a nice verse in Sanskrit. Who is a satisfied person? Understand? Anybody can be a satisfied person. Okay, before getting the other one, Manasicha paritushte kodhari kodaridra. Usually people think what? Very rich man is a very satisfied man. No. The millionaire can have a millionaire size dissatisfaction. Why? Because he knows what he doesn't have. 10 rupee fellow feels absolutely thrilled because he doesn't understand the concept of 100. He doesn't understand the concept of 100. 10 rupees, what shall I do with so much? I'm not telling you a joke. Now I'm living near a forest in Orissa. We are developing a little place. When I went there for some time back, I gave a person 50 rupees note because he was going around with us all the time for, showing us the land, giving us the place, helping us out. Just 50 rupees for lunch time. Just take your food, you get your lunch. The person goes and 20 rupees, he finishes the lunch and gives me back 30 rupees. I said, no, it's for you to keep it. He said, no, it's not mine. My eyes were, ooh. I couldn't believe it. Nowadays also people are like that. Only in such places. In city, if you give 50 rupees, only 50 are. 50 only. Now you want to make him feel good, he makes you feel rotten. How lovely. Insatiable. In your presence, understand, it is satisfied presence. Tushta. What is the tushti? Manasicha paritushte kodhani kodaridra. When the mind is, when you are satisfied with yourself, who is rich, who is poor? In satisfaction, there is no royal satisfaction, common man's satisfaction. There is no royal fulfillment, common man's fulfillment. Fulfillment is non-denominational, unconditioned. Satisfaction. And once you are that, you don't look for these considerations of dhani, daridra. Manasicha paritushte, when you are happy with yourself, who is dhani, who is daridra, who is rich, who is poor? Because everybody is richer than the richest. I am a very, very happy, satisfied person with 10 rupees. You are a very satisfied person with 10 million rupees. Who is better? Both are fine, but the 10 rupee person cannot help others. The 10 million can do it. That is why in the tradition, there are beautiful concepts, Brahmarshi, Rajarshi. Everybody is a rishi. Why they say? In this tradition of Indian Vedic Upanishadic tradition, what they say? Humanity, the whole human being, among these human beings, there are only two tribes. First thing is, everybody is a rishi. Rishi means what? Dadiwala, right? All with long beard and jata, mata, all matted. No. Rishi means Rishanti, Jananti iti Rishi. Those who know what? Know the truth of themselves. Knowing the world makes you a scientist, secularist, musician, painter, dancer, artist, journalist, chemist, druggist, anything. Being yourself, that is the wisdom, that is the rishi. Everybody is a rishi. So you can be a rishi, wise man, you choose to be a physicist. You are a wise man, and you understand who you are, who I am, who they are, one and the same. But you, by profession, magician, musician, painter, artist, scientist, administrator, butcher, mountain climber, fisherman, it doesn't matter. You are not condemned to your profession. Are you getting that point, please? Your profession is different from the person that you are. So each one is beautiful. Each person is beautiful. Like in a musical orchestra. The violin plays, the drummer plays, the clarinet plays, the veena plays, the violin plays. Everybody is playing. And it takes all these different musicians to create a lovely orchestra. It can take any one of them to destroy it. Right or wrong? Any one of them can spoil the whole music. One little arrogance. Oh, why only Veena is so beautiful? I'll make the drum in different way. Finished. Just when every ensemble is going on nicely, the drummer is going crazy. What will happen? It needs everybody to have a beautiful evening. It takes one person to destroy it. Right or wrong? Humanity. All of us are happy. But you have something I don't have. I have something you don't have. Together we have everything. Life is fantastic. But no, now the professionals are more professional. Your professional role is more important than who you are. Therefore, professional jealousy, professional conflict, professional stress out, professional stress management. Why? Your professional only can be stressed out. Person cannot be stressed out. When a person is condemned to a profession, you shall be stressed out. But when you see yourself who you are, thereafter everybody is beautiful. So who is the rich, who is the poor? Santushta, happy with yourself. And such a person, whom do you satisfy, who do you consider as satisfied? Apraptam hi parityajya. This morning we were walking, we were discussing. Apraptam hi parityajya prapteshu samtam gatah. Adrushta kheda khedoya santushta iti katyate. Such a person is called as a santushta. Who is that? Very contented, very satisfied person. Who is he? Apraptam hi parityajya. Please see this principle. One who does not depend upon, doesn't crave for what it doesn't have. Apraptam. What it does not have, parityajya. Doesn't crave. What it doesn't have, does not crave. Prapteshu samatam gata. What he has, he is satisfied with it. How are you going to disturb him? What I don't have, I don't crave. What I have, I am satisfied with it. But what you have cannot be there all the time. Something will go. Whatever I have. Principle. Whatever I have, I am satisfied with it. Oh, you are now 100. You are satisfied. Suppose it is 90. Whatever I have, I am satisfied with it. What I don't have, I don't crave. But adrushta kheda khedo. But even though you are satisfied with what you don't have, from the unknown, listen carefully, as time moves, anything can come on your way which you don't want. Like what you don't have, you don't crave for. You don't crave for cancer. You don't crave for old age. You don't crave for sickness, but it will come. When it comes, prapteshu samatam gata. I can do something about it, I will. Cannot do something about it, let it be there, who cares? Why? Because my existence, me being who I am, doesn't depend upon the presence or absence of anything whatsoever. Santushta. Such a person you cannot make miserable. You shall be miserable by attempting to make such a person miserable. Since you will be miserable by not making him miserable, the person, wise man, will feel sometimes deliberately, can feel miserable so that you feel little comfortable that you have made him miserable. Not to be. It's an amazing dimension, amazing dimension. You understand? Only out of sheer strength you get out of it, out of sheer strength. It's not that you deny something so that other person will be happy. If you have a sense of denial, listen carefully. If you have a sense of denial, like many people do, I did not go for any holiday because I was helping you to teach, helping you to learn, helping you to grow up in life. Later on you make him feel guilt to the child, the husband, to a wife. Suppose you are a boyfriend, girlfriend, someone give up a job, other fellow helps him to struggle and to study and grow. And suppose they break up, what will they say? Did I not give up my career to help you to grow in a career? Now what you are doing? The parents will tell the child, we gave up holidays, we gave up these things just to help you to grow up. That means what? You never enjoyed doing it, no. In wisdom, there is no such sense of denial to himself. He does it because he can do it. Why does the sun give light? Because everybody is doing Surya Namaskar. Why does this moon gives light? Chandra Puja, the moon is being worshipped. Why the mountain gives mineral? Why the river gives water? Why the wise man is happy? No reason. Contented with himself. And that is how everybody should. Everybody is. Each person. Tushti sarvatra dhirasya. There have been all conditions. Every moment the person is happy with himself. So you sit down. Observe yourself. Is there anything which will make you more happy? Is anything which shall take away your so-called happiness? Don't worry about it. Is there anything which will make you less happy, more happy? Don't worry about it. I say, please sit down. Please see that. So, is there any such thing? Never. Sarvatra dhirasya tvasti. Yatha apatita vartinha. Whatever comes on the way is comfortable. Whatever. Yatha apatita vartina. Whatever comes in the way, because it's unknown. What the world unfolds next moment, do you know that? Did you know that the telephone is going to ring? Listen, oh, this is the point. It rings. Why? Don't ask why. What is the why? A telephone open means it rings. Why should it ring? Because somebody calls. So it rings. Now, where is the ring now? But if you think, I telephoned, no. You know, everybody will forget, but the owner will feel bad. Oh, I didn't. No. It's nothing doing. This is yatha apatita vartina. As it comes. Do you know, next moment as you are traveling, there will be a cyclone? There will be an earthquake? Tsunami? Outside only? There can be a tsunami in your relationship. There can be a cyclone in your relationship. Earthquake in your organization. It can happen, but unshakable. Now the body is young. Tomorrow suddenly it grows old. Huh? Suddenly grows old? Yes, it can happen. That type of stupid disease is there. It can happen. Suddenly growing old, at least you are alive, dead. That also can happen. Are you ready? Ready for what? I am not ready for death. Why? I am not even born. What is the question of waiting for death? Immortal. Other than conviction. Are you ready for death? What is death? What is death? Understand? It's not a matter to be bandied about, talked about loudly. You see in your being. You sit down. It's not to impress somebody, but looking at yourself. Is there anything which I depend upon? No. Then you can free to live with the whole universe. The world will say you are having so many things. You have nothing at your disposal. Because you have no dependent, nobody. People can see your things. Can they see your dependence? Can they see your independence, your freedom? Nobody can see that. Only you can see it for yourself. That is why this wisdom is not to convince somebody, it is to convince yourself to who you are. Yatha swachandam charato deshan yastat amitasayana swachandam charato deshan swachanda charataha. Moving about in the all directions freely. Yatha astamita wherever the sun sets, he lies down, rests. With this type of beauty, these are all beautiful human statement. But then what happens is, if you take it literally, you shall think the wise people means they were all beggars, mendicants simply hanging around. And wherever feeling sleeping, whenever the sunset is slept there. So if today you have a house and you are sleeping there, you are not a wise man. You must differentiate between the poetry. Give that freedom to the wise for the celebration. When the celebration is given, means the least of the thing the fellow can make best of it. Therefore, it does not mean everybody must live with a list of things. As you can make most miserable, you can make yourself most miserable with the best of things. In a wisdom, you can make a best of everything in the list of things. If you can make best of everything in the list of things, are you stupid not to make best of things in best of things? If you are happy with the least, you shall be happy with the most. But if you are happy, being with the most, if you are happy, you shall be very unhappy with the least. Or being with the least, if you are happy, you shall be afraid of taking responsibility. Whereas if you are happy with being with yourself, you are happy with the least, happy with the most. Therefore, you are happy with the people also who have the least. You are happy with the poor people, happy among the rich people. Don't say, rich people are snob. Why? Because you are poor, you feel snubbed. Poor people are stupid. That is because you are afraid of being poor. A wise person, happy with the poor, happy with the rich. Like Krishna. So comfortable with Sudama, so small boy, comfortable with everybody. So there are two types of life I was telling you, I walked away. Brahma, Rishi, everybody is Rishi, everybody is awareness, happy with himself. Rishanti Jananti, those who know the truth among themselves. They know about truth within themselves, and therefore Rishi. But some are Brahmarshi, simple living, high thinking. Rishi, aware of himself, but very simple living. Other variety is Rajarshi, very high thinking, very high living. Philosopher king, very high thinking, very high living. Both are is a blessing, because they are not there to destroy, exploit anybody for that matter. Whereas between the two, a Rajarshi is a greater blessing. Why? Because not only he can share the highest of the wisdom, he can also share the material comfort and security. Whereas Brahmarshi is very wise. He can share wisdom with everybody. But if somebody is hungry, he can't give food. Now to the poor, if the hungry, you can't give food, how are you going to teach him to dream of immortality? Which is mortality is urgent. The mortality demands urgency. You can't say, no, physical body can die, but you are immortal. Give me a break. You can do that. So philosopher king, Rajarshi, is a blessing. The other two variety in that, so high thinking, high living, fabulous. High thinking, simple living, great blessing. Simple thinking, simple living, like in villagers, tribals, villagers, ordinary people, that also is a uncomplicated lifestyle. Simple living, simple thinking, like give him 50 rupees, he eats 20 rupees, returns you 30 rupees. It's not easy. Simple living, simple thinking. The most complicated and today's world perverted thinking is high living, no thinking. In today's world, you can see the sample. High living. Everybody is seduced by high living. Everybody must have a Lamborghini. Everybody must have the Ferrari. Everybody must have the lakefront home. Everybody must have the 5-star travel. Everybody should have a private jet and a yacht. Thinking? What thinking? Thinking for what? Just live. That is why you see the young, idiotic, the fellows are so stupid. Oh, you know how it is. It is like this, sir. Suppose, think of it. Many times I have told you these few things like that. Suppose you come to meet somebody. Is there any one of you get up from the bed and come to meet somebody, or go to a school or college or office anywhere? You got up from the bed and go there. Anybody? You wake up from the bed now, you know how is your hairstyle. How is your thing? Everything, how is it? Right? Nobody does that. You get up and what do? 5 minutes, 10 minutes, depends. 1 hour, 2 hours, all depends. You comb as though you have not combed. If you have hair, then you do all that. All right. Then you go there. Please tell me, when you are going out and interacting with people, the interaction begins with your body, but it ends with your mind. The person is physically presentable, you should make yourself presentable. But the moment the person opens his mouth, everybody runs out. Why? Physically very well decorated, mentally totally wild life. There is nothing, no thinking. Anger, hatred, jealousy, misery, everything is there inside. Think of it. Therefore, the moment the person opens his mouth, everybody runs out. Same thing also in your riches. Palatial building, lovely lawns. Nowadays, swimming pools merging with the ocean. Some style, isn't it? Everything is beautiful. Go to that house, there is no love, no affection. In a hutment, you can stay 10 days if the person is loving. In a palace, you cannot breathe for a moment if the fellows are arrogant and stupid. Understand? That is why in today's world, high living, no thinking. Nobody has a place in their life. Everybody is me. If you come to me, I am not going to adjust with you. Either you adjust with me or you have no share with my money. Get lost. Wonderful, wonderful. So what people will say? Keep your money with you, sleep with your money, talk with your money, live with your money, I am going. Think, friends. Santushta. Okay? Therefore, when you listen to these things, don't go and try pass judgment on others. High living, no thinking. Ayayo. No. Don't give guilt. As I told you, even if you are a person with yourself, you never make anybody feel condemned. That's why when a person comes to the teacher is not interested in who you were, but the teacher tells you who you are. Are you getting that point? The scripture is not interested in who you were. Swamiji, before coming to you, I was a rascal, I was a rogue, I was a gambler, I was this or that. Now, did I ask you about that? I am going to tell you who you are. Who you were is your business. Who you are is my business. Okay? So know who you are. Then who you are will fall into places. Nothing to worry. Like a simple man was walking down in the, a wise man, walking on his itinerant monk was walking down, feeling very thirsty. He reached a village with a, village where there is a well. The village ladies, they were, collecting the water. So the man goes there and asks this monk walking there, asks, "Mother, can I have some water to drink?" He said, "Yes, you can have the water to drink, but I cannot give you." He said, "Why?" He said, "I am untouchable." He said, "Did I ask you water or your caste?" "I want water from you. I didn't want what caste you belong, what gender you belong, what rich or poor. That's not my problem. I want water." Wisdom is like that. The scripture, the teacher is not interested in who you were. That is why the people who are stuck with who they were will never understand who they are, because they are stuck with the past. The load never falls off. They refuse to be unburdened. The person is holy. Listen carefully. The person is considering himself very holy. When you say you are the one beyond holiness, unholiness, beyond good and bad, the person who is bad perhaps will transcend it. But the person who is already holy, he shall say, "I am underestimating his holiness." He shall attack you as a pervert. Why? Because you are underestimating his holiness, you see. That is where you see religious fanatics. Being with yourself. Tushta. So you sit down and observe. Is there any conditions which should be there or should not be there for me to be at home with myself? There is no such object. There is no such person. There is no such idea. Released. Okay? Sachanda Charatodeshan, Yatra Astamideshan. So wherever the sunset, he sleeps. So people, when you see this type of, listen to this type of statement, they think everybody, if he is a sadhu, he is a wise person, means he should be hanging around, and wherever the sun sets, he is lying down there. Tarutala Vasa, Karatala Vikshya, he takes food only from the hand and lives under a tree. Those are all beautiful descriptions that how you can live with the least. Not that that is the injunction, you shall live with the least. You can live with the least, therefore you can live with the most. The person who can live with the most may not have the capacity to live with the least. But the person who has lived with the least, he can manage with the most. Tell everybody to live with the least, because everybody is not capable of gathering the most in life. Everybody can't be rich. Listen carefully. Everybody can't have a huge house, huge swimming pool. But everybody can have a basic apartment. Basic conditions of life is guaranteed to everybody. You don't have to have millions of dollars to have a hut over your head, a roof over your head. I am happy with this. Not that I am unhappy with the palace. I want it, work for it. If you can, but learn to live with the least, then you can live with the most. But living with the most, the richest, if that is your security, you shall be constantly threatened and frightened of losing it. Whoever snatches it shall be your enemy. It can be a government, it can be a tax department, it can be a thief, it can be a brother, your brother-in-law, it can be just anybody. Everybody can threaten you. But when you are ready to live with the least, who can threaten you? Living with the least, my physical body is good enough. Alive, excellent. No, I should have this size, this shape. And then you work for it. You work for it, nothing wrong. But ultimately it will die. Are you ready for that? Living with the body, fantastic. The body is going to go, excellent. It has done its job. So if you are living with the least, every moment you are happy, how many moments you should be alive? Who cares? Only 50 years only I shall be happy. Don't worry, you will be disappointed. You understand this? But people take it literally. So wise person means should live inside, dig a hole and sit down. You should try to prove yourself how humble and how poor you are. Nor you should try to prove how rich and how arrogant you are. Both are stupid. Comfortable with the best, comfortable with the least. Okay, such a person. Read the next verse, we shall finish it up. Okay, this is the last one we shall see. Next class we shall see. Patatu detu va deha nasya chinta mahatmana svabhava bhumi vishranti vismruta shesha sansrutehe patatu detu va deha nasya chinta mahatmanah svabhava bhumi vishranti vismruta shesha sansrutehe. These are all paralyzing verses. Your mind cannot think anymore. Deha patatuva udetuva. Deha, body. Patatu, let it fall now. Udetu, let it continue. Asya mahatmanaha chintana asti. The one who is Mahatma. Mahan is also Atmacha. One who has discovered the self, the Atman, the I. Mahan, bigger than the biggest. All-pervasiveness. One who has seen the all-pervasiveness of himself. Here, there, everywhere. For him, the body falling now or continuing little more time this thought, this anxiety doesn't arise. When you are everywhere, where do you want to be? You understand the point? What is the miracle? Simultaneously in two places, right? As I am talking to you, suppose somebody reports, Swamiji was also purchasing some laddu in the market. So these are the type of miraculous story you listen, no? I am talking to you, suppose somebody phones you up and say, hey, where is Swamiji? Hey, he is taking class. What? I saw him purchasing some laddu in the market now. Then immediately tomorrow the whole world will know there is some freak somewhere, You want to be simultaneously at two different places or all over? That is why the wise man has no interest in the siddhis, miraculous powers. Miraculous power has its place. Like today's scientists, they are all siddhas. Dura darshana, seeing from a distance. Television. Somewhere Olympics, you are watching it here. World Cup, somewhere you are watching it here. Dura darshana. Dura Sravana, listening from a distance. Somebody talking in London, you are listening, hello, yes, Dura Sravana. What people are considering as siddhis those days, scientists have made it very much instrumental now. So that is the trouble. Do you know what? Previously, the siddhas, the accomplished ones, were enjoying siddhis. To enjoy the siddhi, you must be a siddha. To enjoy the accomplishment, you must be accomplished. Then there is a mature perception. Today, everybody is enjoying the siddhi, but they are not siddhas. They have all the luxury at their disposal, but no discipline of enjoying the luxury. That is why atomic energy is misused for political purposes. Websites, digital data, cell phones, Facebook, the entire digital network, what is this? Has become the burial ground of many people. Why? Misused. The electricity is there for light, not for electrocution, right? But you take people and electrocute them for punishment, to serve confession. Electricity told that, use me for that. The knife was discovered so we can cut vegetables or food. Pushing that knife in somebody's stomach. Communication technology, for what? So that good news is spread quickly. It's used for gossip. How beautiful. Think of it. Depends on the individual. Please. That is why it is so Mahatmana, the person is happy at once all over. He is not interested in being two places. But if suppose somebody has that capacity, there is nothing wrong in that. But you don't tell, okay, now I am here, but I also know what you are talking when you are standing with that person. How can you frighten somebody? Think of it. Disaster. The wise person, even if he knows, he will not talk about it. Why? Simple. Your idea is to help people to elevate unto themselves, not to condemn people into limitations and suffering and anxiety and pain. The fellow in his ignorance is already condemned to mortality. Why are you condemning him further? The person in his ignorance is already condemned to helplessness. Why are you further condemning him? Help him to rise, understand himself who is he. So the job of the religion is not to give guilt on somebody or exploit on the guilt of the individual, but provide help him discover the absolute strength in himself, so that he accepts every limitation of his as it is. So patatu udetu vadeha asya chinta mahatman asya mahatmanah chinta nasti. There is no such anxiety. Not only for himself, for anybody else. Oh, my husband died today. He is alive as a wonder, dead, natural. This body is going to die today. It was alive as a wonder, die, natural. Oh, the whole business broke down. So far it was existing, wonder. Now it is gone, natural. Because it has to come to an end at one time. However fantastic the relationship, it will break down one time. Body, break down one time. So therefore, don't expect the breakdown and start living. Enjoy the living, but one time it will come to an end, ready for that. That's beautiful. Immortal I am, but enjoying the mortality. Changeless I am, but enjoying the changes. Water I must drink, but noise comes with it. What to do? Svabhava, the second line, that line is sheer poetry. Svabhava bhumi vishranti, vismruta ashesha sansruti. Ashesha sansrute vismruta. The one who is totally forgetful, almost forgetful of all the changes that is taking place all around. Life and death, that I was born, I am dying, these memories don't exist anymore. Why? Svabhava bhumi vishranti. If you are with the body, birth, growth, change, death will be there. Svabhava bhumi vishranti is like if you are on the ground, there is no rise, no fall. But if you are getting up, Svabhava bhumi vishranti, your natural existence, the ground of your existence is at once everywhere. Where there is vishranti, there is no change, no death, no growth, no nothing. Time stands still, space fades away. Close your eyes. One who is thus completely at peace with himself. The ground on which you stand, the root, is who you are. Like the tree. When you are watering the plant, you don't pour water on the tree, you put on the root. The root gets it, the entire tree gets it. You pour the water on the leaf, the tree will die. Rooted in consciousness, thoughts, samsargas, body, creation, is a huge tree. If you nurture your body, nurture the world without going to the root of yourself, who you are, you fade away, dry up. And be the root immortality, that provides existence to all your thoughts, memories, sense organs, sensations, physical body and the physical universe. The whole tree alive, the root continuous. The leaf of your body falls away. Samsara continues. The root is eternal. Creation continuously existing. A leaf falls away. Enjoy being with the body, with your mind, the creation, as long as it lasts. The body shall stay for some time. The root, the awareness yourself, lasts forever. So be the immortal, enjoy mortality. Be the changeless, live with the changes. Shiva, Shiva. Thank you.